Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. Today we're in our Mig-19P and we're looking at maximum acceleration. Now we've recently done a video testing the maximum acceleration at sea level and at Angels 15 for all of the other fast jets in DCS world, and now this has come along. Now I didn't think it was going to be very fast compared to, you know, the more modern jets, but it's kind of surprising me. You guys want to see how fast it accelerates, so today we're going to do the acceleration test. Now we do it in two methods. If you haven't seen the previous video, we're going to do it timed over 300 knots to, stand by, let me check, 650, and that's going to be measured in GPS true speed. And then we're going to do the same test but at 15,000, so we can compare high altitude and low altitude acceleration. All of our usual test parameters apply: 29.92 inches mercury, QNH 20 degrees, metric sea level. We've got 10% gas in the tanks and we've got fuel burn rate turn off. We've got the plane as clean as we can possibly get it, so we've got the best test conditions that we can get. Now, predictions, I always like to do a prediction. Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. In terms of pure figures, it's actually pretty impressive power to weight ratio. It was presumably done like that because it was a QRA fighter. I think it was designed to get airborne, get up to Angels 20 as quickly as it could and shoot down bombers. So in theory, it should be pretty good at this. But against that, this is a 1955 when it went to first service. So it's a good 10 years before anything else we're testing. So that obviously runs against it in terms of technology, what was available at the time. So in other words, I have absolutely no idea. Let's unpause and give it a go, shall we? At the end of the video, we'll compare the times compared to all of the other aircraft. Now, first of all, what is that beep? I don't know. We're just going to have to run with it. I think it might be a fuel warning. Anyway, let's go. Right, we're down at 200 knots. Let's go, full power. Now it takes ages to spool this engine and to get on burner, but once it does, and we can see the burner lights on there, the blue lights, green lights, sorry. And cut. That's it done. It felt really sprightly to begin with, but as it got into the faster air at kind of 500 knots plus, where aerodynamics are incredibly important, it really seemed to struggle. I don't know really what it is at that point that it starts to struggle. Possibly something to do with the nose. You guys are more smarter than me. What do you think? Maybe the thick wings. This is the old era with thick wings, isn't it? Even though they're swept back, they're still thick. But it's got to be that nose, isn't it? It's got to really reduce that or increase that drag coefficient. Anyway, that's what it is, and we'll compare it to the others in a minute. First, we're going to do the Angels 15 test, so we're going to get up to altitude. Okay, at altitude now, let's go full power, let those babies spool up. We have got afterburners turned on, obviously. Sort the trim out a little. Kapow, let's go. And done. Right, so let's bring up the other scores. Okay, so the results are in. So let's first look at low altitude, 300 to 650 true speed, and it's second to last, but it's a good second to last. I mean, it's beat the F5E by a hell of a lot, and to be honest, that's quite surprising. Bearing in mind we're getting up to really high transonic speeds, I really didn't think it would beat it by that much, but it did, and it's sufficiently between the MiG-21 and the F5. So that's good. It's done well. It's impressive. Now let's look at the high altitude 15K. Now this is where it gets a bit weird because it's got so good now that it's overtaken the MiG-21 by a lot, as you can see, and it's on its way to catching up, you know, a 1980s Su-33. It's almost too good that it starts to raise question marks at this point. Is that realistic? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know anything about this plane. What do you guys think? What does your research tell you? Now, obviously, at this point, this Mig-19's only been out a few days at the making of this video, so it's going to be an early flight model, and I expect maybe things will change. So it'd be interesting to get some feedback, get some you guys talking, what you think about that. I find that very interesting. But if that is really true for the Mig-19, then wow, what a plane. I mean, well, just look at it. Ridiculous. So, I don't have anything else to say on that. Next, I'm going to do the climb break. I hope that helps, and see you later.